All right, last week, the lesson that I was doing on some of the Barry Harris stuff for developing lines got a little crazy and it went way too long. So I'm going to be taking Barry Harris and combining it with the composition techniques of theme and variation. And I'm going to be starting with one simple idea, which ends up, by the time you get done with this video, you'll know how to take one small chunk of an idea and turn it into literally 56 variations just on one chord. So listening to tunes and transcribing your favorite musicians is great, but if you want to take your improvising to another level, like Coltrane level, like Duke Ellington level, Charlie Parker level, Dexter Gordon, Miles Davis, all of these guys studied improvisation not just from the point of listening to other people's solos, but from studying composition and how composers developed themes and melodies and harmony and things like that. So we're going to get into aspects of that today. So here it is.
So now I'm going to ascend a third, and then I'm going to ascend a chord. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it this time. I'm just going to do it on the roots of chords because now the melody's starting to get busier. So if I ascend a third and ascend a chord, starting on A minor, starting on the root, that connects my third, A to C. And now I'm going to ascend. Just up in thirds, up a chord. Because I'm such a stickler for target tones and forward momentum and trying to get someplace, I'm going to resolve it to a chord tone on that D7. So I'm going to resolve it on the 7th of D7, the C. So now the whole thing is... Because I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm trying to get from A minor to D, and I'm landing on D on the downbeat, and in this case on the flat 7. Then I'm going to start the routine again. So what I'm going to do, start on G. Where do I want to go? I want to resolve to a C tone from the C chord. So I'm going to go down a step. So connecting thirds, G, starting on the root of G to connect you to B, and on the B, going up in thirds, up a chord, so up a third, up a chord, and then resolve to the downbeat on the C chord tone, which is going to, in this case, it's the 5th, so I'll go to G, but you can go to any chord tone you want. So maybe I'll go to the 3rd of C, which is E. Or maybe I'll go to the root. So you can connect it to wherever you want. So now we got... So on the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, I'm going to connect the root to the 3rd, go up a chord, in this case to the natural 9th, so that is chromatic. It is not out of the G major scale. That's out of a melodic minor scale in this case, but I wouldn't worry about that right now. You can, if you want to, you can just use the G major scale for this and hang an idea on a different chord tone for now if you're new to harmony and scale sources and all that stuff. But here it is. I'm resolving to I'm going to the natural 9th, which will resolve to the flat 7 of that B7 altered, and then it takes us to E minor 7. So here's an example of that with the actual soundtrack. So here's the last idea that I'm going to get into. The first thing I covered is just connecting thirds ascending. Then I covered connecting thirds descending. Then I covered connecting thirds ascending and then adding in a chord. So up a third, up a chord. Now here's what you can do with inversions. And this idea of connecting thirds and throwing in an arpeggio can now blow up even more One thing, and I'm just going to demonstrate this on A minor because we'll be here all day if I do it all over the place. So the first thing is, obviously, up a third, up a chord. That starts on A, the root of A minor 7. Sorry. That's up a third, up a chord. But now I can invert this idea, and I can invert it. I can have 8 different variations of this idea. So the first variation of up a third, up a chord is up a third, down a chord. So let's go up a third, A to C, and now descend down a chord. Okay, the next example I'm going to do is down a third, up a chord. So I'm going to connect A down to F sharp, and then ascend a chord. Another example I can do is down a third, down a chord. So down to the F sharp again from the root, and then now descend a chord. Now, that gives me a different version of it. So up a third, up a chord, up a third, down a chord, down a third, up a chord, down a third, down a chord. Those are those 4 inversions of that idea. Now I can flip it backwards. Now I can do up a chord, up a third, up a chord, down a third, down a chord, up a third, down a chord, down a third. So let's see what that does. Let's do up a chord, up a third, starting on the root. So I'm going to do A, C, E, G, and now I'm not going to start up a chord on the G. I'm going to either ascend a note or descend a note. So you can either start up you can connect thirds starting, let's do it on the lower note. So A, C, E, G, F sharp, and I want to connect the third, so F sharp up to A. So F, A, G, G sharp, A. So now it's this. So that thing can blow up. That's up a chord, up a third. Now let's do it on the note above. So we'll do our up a chord. But now let's connect thirds starting on the note above this G, which is A. So A. So now the whole thing is this, up a chord. So now you have 2 variations of that too. So you can do up a chord, up a third, but where you start your ascending in thirds, you have a couple of choices. So you can see how you can get crazy amount of mileage out of all of this. This is awesome for composition, but it's great for improvising. And what I would do when you're doing this for improvising, I would practice these things and then I would move on. What this really is all about, especially the book, is just a series of things that get your ears used to how this stuff sounds. So you don't want to improvise by numbers. You don't want to paint by numbers and sit there plugging in formulas. You just want to get the sound of this stuff in your ear so that it comes out naturally when you're playing. But anyway, so we can do up a chord, up a third. Now we can do up a chord, down a third. Let's see what that looks like. So A, C, E, G, and I can descend a third, same thing, starting from a tone above G. So that'd be this. A, down to F, or I could descend on the F sharp. Up a chord, descending a third, starting on F sharp. So that gives us that. Now let's do down a chord, up a third. So we'll start on, I'm moving this up an octave so I can get some room here. So down a chord. And I can ascend a third. Once again, I have two choices. So above, a note above. A, F sharp, D, B, ascend a third starting on C, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Or, and I can diatonic below. So starting on the A, connecting the third, ascending. So now the whole thing would be this. And for the last one, now we can do down a chord, down a third. So starting on A, down a chord, and then I'm going to do my descending third starting on the C note. So now the whole thing is this. And now for the last variation, and I'm going to do the descending third starting on A this time. So the whole line is. So now just messing with a third and a chord, we've got up a third, up a chord, up a third, down a chord, down a third, up a chord, down a third, down a chord. And then we can rotate that and invert that even and have up a chord, up a third, up a chord, down a third, down a chord, up a third, and down a chord, down a third. All of this just comes from one little melodic fragment. And not only can you hang that on, we just did this from the root. You can hang it on any degree. The root, the third, the 5, the 7, the 9, 11, the 13th of not only A minor, but literally every other chord of every other chord family. So you can get a lot of melodic stuff out of this. And if you want the full book, there is a $10 version. That's a Kindle version. And then there's the hardback version. Both of those are on Amazon. I'll put those to the in a description as a link. And then I'll also put Patreon in the description as a link. And all the other information that I can think of, I'll put up in the description. So that's a ton for today. And then when I come back next week, I'll probably show you how to start connecting up fourths, show you how to start doing various different, maybe I'll start doing altered chord families and different scales. So far, everything I've done is out of the major scale, but you can apply this to all the chord families out of the melodic minor scale, the whole tone scale, the diminished scale. So there's a lot that can be done. So yeah, that's plenty for today. So I'll see you on the next one.